Oh man. Hmm. So guys, it looks like the former mayor of the city of Tshwane, Silas Brink, was actually on the money when he was talking about the water problems in the city of Tshwane. And I must commend Silas Brink for his relentless fight for this to actually be exposed, because one thing that I've actually realized is that social media is not very kind on Silas Brink. No matter what he tried to do, the propaganda machine of ActionSA, ANC, and the EFF would push so hard on him that even when he was raising some of these issues, people did not take him seriously. And Silas Brink has been making a lot of noise for weeks now. I have been monitoring him. He has been making a lot of noise for weeks now about the water problems in the city of Tshwane. But you remember, guys, when we were talking about Action SA the other day, I told the South Africans that, man, you have to be careful of the PR machine of Action SA. The PR machine of Action SA is very good. You remember that the DA was accused of only caring for white people in the city of Tshwane and not caring for black people. And this is the reason apparently Action SA switched side and dropped this coalition to go with the coalition of ANC and the EFF, because somehow the ANC and the EFF, they have a history of taking care of black people. This is the reason why Action SA decided to work with them. And for a very long time, people said that, yeah, finally we have the mayor of Tshwane, the Dr. Nasipi Moya in the city of Tshwane, and everything is fine in the city of Tshwane. But Silas Brink was saying that, guys, nothing is fine in the city of Tshwane. People are having real problems in the city of Tshwane, and none of this is actually showed, because everybody that is trying to say anything about the problems that the residents of Tshwane are facing, they are being told that, no, you are just lying, man. You are just you are on the payroll of the DA. You are speaking on behalf of these racist. How can you say that black people are not being taken care of under the ANC, EFF, and Action SA? But now it looks like the former mayor was actually vindicated, because these are some of the things that he has been raising for weeks now. And there's a huge development in the city of Tshwane. And now the partners are also starting to turn against each other. We see EFF literally turning against Action SA. But before we get to that, I want us to actually go through some of these things that were posted by Silas Brink on social media, because I think it is fair to say that he has been vindicated.
Alaska, a community in Mamelodi, was without water for more than a week due to a valve being closed.
Just listen to that. They were without water due to a valve being closed. Just a valve being closed. Like going there and switching the valve on, people can have water. But the residents in Tshwane, they didn't have water because a valve was closed.
Alaska, a community in Mamelodi, was without water for more than a week due to a valve being closed. Residents were provided with water tankers, while the city's water officials just responded as follows: that Alaska is an informal settlement and that they would notify the Human Settlements Department. It took a strong push from the DA for the city to actually look for the problem, to open the closed valve, and to restore water in a situation where water tankers were provided at public expense. Alaska.
So guess what? I believe that this plan of the water tankers, it is the plan of the African National Congress. But what is happening here is that Action SA will have to take the blame, because they have the mayor, and of course the ANC will throw Action SA under the bus over this issue. But the fact that they had to hire these water tankers when a simple valve was closed, but the fact that people had to suffer because they didn't have water because a valve was closed. So people had to wait for the water tankers for something that was not even a problem. And I can see this, it is written, the ANC all over it. But Action SA is actually the one that is going to burn over this issue. It is going to burn over this issue. And I don't know how they are going to defend themselves on this one. I don't know how they are going to defend themselves on this one. I'm like, these are just some of the videos that were posted by Silas Brink. And I remember people said that, no, Silas Brink, man, like, don't annoy us, Silas Brink. Dr. Nasipi Moya is the best mayor in the city of Tshwane. ActionSA is the best political party. Their coalition with the ANC and the EFF, it is the best coalition in the country. So whatever that Silas Brink tried to say, people did not pay any attention. And they thought that maybe it was the DA coming with their own propaganda machine to try to take the credibility away from the coalition of ActionSA, EFF, and the ANC. I want us to slowly go through this, guys.
You know what the worrying factor is? You can see now you can see the new trucks now they are start to come in. So you can see that.
Yeah, and if there was a plan to phase out the trucks
and you can see that these people are just average South Africans that are living in the townships. But these people were, the way they were attacked, I remember like the way they were attacked on social media. How dare they even stand next to Silas Brink? How dare they speak about the water problems in the city of Tshwane while standing next to Silas Brink?
You know what the worrying factor is? You can see now you can see the new trucks now they are start to come in. So you can see that.
Yeah, and if there was a plan to phase out the trucks and deliver water, they wouldn't buy new trucks.
So now they are still buying the new truck. It means that this thing of water issue is not gonna end anytime soon. So it means the business is booming. Yeah. They are benefiting from that. While the community is suffering. Yes.
Yeah.
And it is evil to think that all of these things are done because somebody is just closing the valves so that the water tankers can make money. It is insane.
Did you see a tank there? And the other one is right in the corner. I'm using the wheelbarrow.
Oh, okay. From that
from
side.
that corner and that corner too.
So if you want this Jojo,
But if I want this Jojo to come and fill, I must pay 500 and I'm a pensioner.
Sure.
Where I'm gonna get that money?
Yeah.
I'm a pensioner.
You know what
And guys, these South Africans, I'm not lying when I say that these South Africans were actually being they were actually being attacked. If you think I'm lying, just go on social media and try to search these videos. You will see for yourselves. You will see for yourselves how these people were actually attacked. And didn't the ANC, EFF, and ActionSA say the DA is kicked out of power because they have neglected the black people in the city of Tshwane? So what is this thing that we are learning about Tshwane? I mean, what is this thing that we are learning about the city of Tshwane? Because now there's a huge development, guys. There's a huge scandal. A big scandal. Now, this article says that Tshwane's 777 rand million water tanker expenditure raises concerns over financial management. The city of Tshwane has spent over 700 million rands on the water tankers. And we saw what happens. People are just closing the valves. So what is it that we are learning? Because I thought this was the corruption of the DA. I thought that these people actually cared about black people. But now we are learning in real time that the so-called black political parties with black politicians are the ones that are closing the water for majority of the residents there in the city of Tshwane, which happen to be black people, simply because these water tankers have to operate. This is a big scandal. It is a huge scandal. And the article says that the city of Tshwane has come under fire over the 700 million rands reported spent on water tankers during the financial year of June 2025 under Mayor Dr. Nasipi Moya's multi-party coalition government. The spending has sparked concerns as it significantly exceeded the allocation budget of 457 million rands, with the crisis raising questions about financial management and accountability. Bongani Ramoja, the leader of Soil of Africa civil movement, has called for immediate transparency and accountability from the city regarding its expenditure on the water tanker services. He demanded that the city must, quote, immediately publish a full breakdown of expenditure on water tanker services for the last 3 fiscal years, including number of tankers deployed, volume of water delivered, cost per liter, allocations serviced, and a timeline of service contracts. He highlighted that the stark contrast between the city's spending on water tankers and the lack of access to basic services is in disadvantaged areas. He urged the city to redirect the remaining budget towards installing the taps, pipelines, and sanitation infrastructure in these areas. This is a huge scandal. And the reason why I'm saying that this is a huge scandal is because I am already seeing the divide in the city of Tshwane. I think yesterday I saw, I think it was the MMC of, guys, what is Obakeng Ramabodu? I think this article will tell us. This Obakeng Ramabodu was attacking Dr. Nasipi Moya yesterday on social media. And the reason why Obakeng Ramabodu, this guy from the Economic Freedom Fighters, the reason why he was attacking the leader there, Dr. Nasipi Moya, is because what happens in the city of Tshwane is that whenever things are good in the city of Tshwane, ActionSA takes all the credit. But now, things are bad. ActionSA says that no, it is our coalition. Just like with African National Congress. You know, when something good happens in this country, the ANC will be there taking the credit. If it wasn't for the ANC, none of this would actually be happening. But when things are bad, the ANC says that no, it is our collective responsibility. And the EFF hates the fact that Tshwane hates the fact that ActionSA, they never include them when they take credibility for all the good things that are happening in the city of Tshwane. But now that things are not so good in the city of Tshwane, ActionSA wants to come with, it is our collective responsibility. And the EFF says, you are talking nonsense. You are talking nonsense. If you are brave enough to take the credit for the good things, then you have to be brave enough to take the accountability for the bad things that are happening. So it is bad because now the EFF's Obakeng Ramabodu says that you need medical assistance. This is what he tells the mayor of the city of Tshwane over political double standards. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, in a fiery social media outburst, the Economic Freedom Fighters member of the MMC, Obakeng Ramabodu, has accused the mayor of Tshwane, Dr. Nasipi Moya, and the ActionSA of playing double standard games in the coalition in the city of Tshwane. Ramabodu, who handles environment and agriculture in the city of Tshwane, claimed that successes are credited only to the mayor and the ActionSA, while the failures like the controversial 700 million rands water tanker expenditure are dumped on the whole coalition. So now the EFF has a problem. And they have a problem. Why are you taking the credit, and why are you telling us, why are you telling the people that it is our collective responsibility when it has been exposed that you people have actually spent over 700 million rands on the water tankers? You are not giving us any credit. But now that things are bad, you are expecting us to take accountability with you. To hell with you guys. This is basically what the EFF is saying to ActionSA. His sharp words posted on social media on the 20th of October 2025 has stirred up debates about the unity in the fragile ANC-EFF ActionSA alliance that took over the outstanding of DA's Mayor Silas Brink in September 2024. The post highlights growing tensions in the Tshwane's leadership, where partners are meant to work together, but it seems to be pulling in different directions. With the cities facing big challenges like water shortages, financial woes, and service delivery complaints, Ramabodu's call for fairness comes at a time when residents are demanding real progress. His use of strong language, including telling the mayor that she needs medical assistance, has drawn both support and criticism, reflecting the heated politics in South Africa's capital region. The post of Ramabodu on social media did not hold back, pointing out that he sees unfair credit grabbing. Quote, when the city of Tshwane is clean, financially stable, provision of good services, and enforced by bylaws, you say it is the work of the mayor and ActionSA. When the newspapers ask you about the allegations of 700 million rands water tankers, you say the coalition-led government must account. You guys are not normal at all. I told the mayor the other day that, Leah Khafa, you guys need medical assistance. He went on to stress that all parties in the coalition contribute to any wins. Like, guys, this is a fair statement that if we are a coalition and there's a small win, all of us must take the credit for that, not only certain people. Quote, when allegations break, it selectively belongs to a coalition government, but when things are on track, it is the mayor and the ActionSA. It is important to remind you that all the coalition partners contribute to the progress made in the Tshwane collective led by the executive mayor. Someone must stop those ActionSA rented Twitter and advise them to stop trying to create disunity. So now, even the EFF knows. The EFF knows that the PR machine of ActionSA is very strong. And I must say that this is not the first time that the EFF has actually come hard at ActionSA to say, you guys are taking credit for everything. You are not giving us credit for anything. Despite the fact that we are working together here, but you are not giving us the credit for anything. And it is not the first time. I am not surprised that this is what is happening. I'm not surprised that this is what is happening. I'm not. So the question is, will the city of Tshwane or will the people of the city of Tshwane actually see this for exactly what it is? Or will they continue to fall for the propaganda machine of ActionSA, EFF, and ANC? I don't know. Maybe only time will tell.
Imagine the city of Tshwane spending 777 million rand on pipe replacements, building water infrastructure, and delivering clean water to the people of Hammanskraal in their taps. Instead, that is the amount of money that the city spent on water tankering in the year that the ANC EFF ActionSA coalition took over. A staggering increase of 455% compared to when the DA-led coalition ran the city. 777 million rand for water tankers to areas that are meant to have formal water reticulation. A jackpot for the water tankering mafia. I've already written to City Manager Johan Metler to ask for a special investigation into this. We'll be reporting the matter to the Public Protector, but we can only really fix this by electing people of integrity and then making sure that we spend public money on building infrastructure instead of on consumption for the cadre elite that unfortunately still has so much power in this country.
Man, the only thing that I can say is that I hope ActionSA knows that they will be forced to take accountability for the mess of the ANC. I don't believe that this is the mess of ActionSA. I believe that this is the mess of the ANC. I mean, after all, ActionSA is serving on the behest of ANC in the city of Tshwane. After all, it is serving on their behest. So, like this is the ANC corruption, clean and clean, throughout and throughout. And can you just imagine how bad is it going to be if it is actually proven that these allegations are true, that the city of Tshwane almost spent 1 billion rands on the water tankers? What exactly is it going to say about ActionSA? Because we are going to reach a simple conclusion that the ActionSA tried to bury this corruption of the ANC. They tried to hide this corruption of the ANC. And it is going to give them a bad look. It is going to give them a bad look. Especially going into 2026, it is going to give them a bad look. So if ActionSA is not part of this, they should come out right now. Because if this thing is actually investigated and found that it is true, they are going to suffer a lot. They will be suffering for this, for the same ANC that they are saving on the behest of.
Deputy Mayor Eugene Modise faces a possible no-confidence motion following a damning forensic report released last week. It alleges Modise improperly benefited financially from a security contract with the city. The report, which has been handed over to the council speaker, recommends disciplinary action be taken against Modise, who's also...
Are you surprised that the deputy mayor, who is an ANC guy, is actually implicated in corruption? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I saw with this move that the ANC is actually like micromanaging ActionSA. When the ANC actually pushed for their person to be the deputy mayor. I said, nah, man, that person is just there to look at Dr. Nasipi Moya and to micromanage her and to see if Dr. Nasipi Moya advances the interest of the African National Congress. This is the reason why ANC has actually pushed for their person to be the deputy mayor. Truth of the matter is that ActionSA never had power in the city of Tshwane. But they never had power in the city of Tshwane. The ANC and the EFF, they can pull the plug anytime. He does not have the power. You remember this is what Julius Malema also told Hemin Mashaba, that Hemin Mashaba, when they were fighting about the city manager, the EFF and the ANC wanted the city manager to be fired, but ActionSA said, no, we cannot fire the city manager. And Julius Malema quickly reminded Hemin Mashaba that, Hemin Mashaba, you do not have the power, you do not have the numbers. Don't go out and speak as if you can actually defend yourself. You cannot defend yourself. Julius Malema literally reminded Hemin Mashaba that you do not have the power. You do not have the power. But when it comes to ActionSA and when it comes to ANC and EFF, scandals like this are not going to do anything to them. They're not going to do anything to them. People are kind of used to hearing about corruption scandal and the ANC and the EFF name being thrown there. But with ActionSA, it is a different story. It is a different story because ActionSA has tried to portray themselves as this different political party that has different sets of values and that is there for the people. And like, it is different with ActionSA. It is different. And guess what? These two political parties will throw ActionSA under the bus. If this thing actually blows over, they are going to throw ActionSA under the bus. You can bank on that.
Also, the city's finance MMC, ENCA's Muloko Moloto, has details.
ANC Tshwane Regional Chairperson Eugene Mudise's company, Triotic, secured a multi-million rand security contract with the city before he became a councillor.
Forward with October Revolution, forward!
Mudise did not respond to calls and text messages offering him a right of reply this weekend. But here is what he said to ENCA last month before the forensic report was released.
I had a company 3 years prior to becoming a councillor, and I resigned and I declared. So there's nothing to hide. Actually, they have failed in everything. There was investigation from forensic and the public protector. So I'm clear, is that they are waffling?
We reached out to the public protector's office.
No, the investigation has not been finalized and no report has been issued by the PPSA to that effect.
Highly placed sources reveal that a forensic report found Mudise still receives payments from the company along with rental income generated from one of his properties, Triotic Rents.
Of course.
The opposition in Tshwane questions the speaker's motives for insisting that the report must first be subjected to legal opinion.
This report was put together by attorneys. The idea that you now need a separate legal opinion to tell you what the findings are is ridiculous. It's not a matter of law that's being discussed here. It's a matter of fact. Did he disclose and divest his interest in a business, doing business with the city, or did he not?
The report allegedly found Mudise did not declare the payments and rental income.
Of course.
But what we have to remember in the meantime, there's a finance department that issues tenders, that is meant to collect money, and the political head of that place is implicated in serious irregularity. So it's the sense of a serious leadership crisis and impunity for certain individuals, which sets a very bad example for the rest of the city.
The ANC in the region declined to comment on the matter and referred queries to its council caucus, which also couldn't say much.
The caucus of the ANC is not a branch of the African National Congress. Therefore, it does not carry the mandate to speak on ANC matters in this particular regard.
For finance,
The caucus of the ANC does not have the mandate to speak on the ANC matters. I mean, like, these ANC people, man, be talking. Just talking. They are just talking. The caucus of the ANC, the spokesperson, a person that is supposed to be responding to all of these things that are said about this member of the African National Congress, is telling you that as a spokesperson of the African National Congress, as a spokesperson of the caucus of the ANC, it is not our mandate to speak on the issues of the African National Congress. These people are just talking, man. They are just sewing the lines just to get over. They are just suing the lines. They are not saying anything.
This is Councillor Eugene Modise of the ANC.
The DA has called on Mayor Nasipi Moya to dismiss Modise as finance MMC, while simultaneously pushing for his removal as deputy mayor through a no-confidence motion.
No, guys. The same guy is the MMC for finance. The same guy is the MMC for finance, and he is the deputy mayor in the city of Tshwane. Man, it's almost as if we live in a matrix. The guy that is an MMC for finance is the deputy mayor in the city of Tshwane. And now the same guy is involved in the corruption scandals. But what do you expect from the African National Congress? What do you expect? What do you expect?
Mulu Komolot, Pretoria.
It is insane, man. It is insane. I mean, the ANC controls everything in the city of Tshwane. They control everything. They control everything. They control everything, man. They control everything. You cannot convince me that the ANC is not in charge in the city of Tshwane. You cannot convince me, man. You cannot.
I'm determined to shut down corruption in the Tshwane Metro. And that's why this morning I'm meeting with Garinal and the very impressive private prosecutions unit of AfriForum. There has to be consequences for the ANC cadre class who feed off of the misery of ordinary people. The likes of Edwin Sodi and Blackhead Consulting awarded a tender for the upgrade of Rooiwal to get clean water to the people of Hammanskraal, couldn't do the job, abandoned the site. It later turned out the tender was fraudulent. The blacklisting application against Sodi to prevent him from doing business with government has gone nowhere, because in the meantime, Tshwane has been taken over by an ANC EFF ActionSA coalition with no interest in going after the cadres. But it's more than that. We must prevent these fraudulent invoices from being paid in the first instance, prevent the irregular expenditure from happening, because that's what pushes up municipal bills. I look forward to this discussion, and I'll keep you updated.
There is no such thing as irregular expenditure. I mean, it is corruption. It is corruption. Guys, our country is at a very delicate point. We have to be able to say things for exactly what they are. It is not irregular expenditure, it is corruption. This is exactly what it is. It is corruption. So much corruption in the city of Tshwane. So much corruption in the city of Tshwane. And I guess time will tell us how everything is going to unfold. But guys, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button. The most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.